Coming up on this month's edition of The Now, a look into cell phone usage in the classroom, unique summer jobs available to Naperville North students, and your monthly sports update. Good morning, Huskies, and welcome back to this month's edition of The Now. From your Advanced Media Lab, I'm Erica Brandt.
And I'm Drake McIntyre.
Cell phones are becoming more prevalent, especially in the classroom. Rachel Hale takes a look into the advantages they provide, as well as their negative effects.
Thanks, guys. It's been 4 years since District 203 has instituted their Chromebook policy across the high schools. Since, technology has become more widespread in the form of Google Documents, online textbooks, and Canvas. When it comes to electronics, some view cell phones' use in the classroom as a benefit, while others see it as a nuisance. A 2016 nationwide survey of 628 high school students found that over 90% of the student body were using phones for school-related work, but only 70% of the students believed that mobile phones supported learning. Naperville North's policy allows students to carry their phones throughout the day, but forbids usage during class time, unless given permission by a teacher. This essentially gives teachers control over how they want to utilize technology in the classroom. Social studies teacher Robert Platt believes that phones are a distraction in the classroom. He has his students put their mobile devices into what he refers to as a cell phone home every period before class.
Other classes have like a calculator holder. It's pretty similar to that. But they'll come in, enter the door, drop it in there, and then just on the way out they're able to grab it, and it's something that they can access if they need to. But it's off of their person. In years past, I noticed students, if it's either on their person, their back pocket, or in their backpack, that they are still kind of fixated on it and thinking about it. Whereas if it's over there, even 15 or 20 feet away on the wall, it takes away that distraction. They're not worried about that next text that they're getting because they know that they can't access it.
However, in a world that is becoming increasingly tech-savvy, some argue that phone usage should be allowed and perhaps encouraged in some instances. Science teacher Mark Rousey believes that cell phones can be useful when learning outside of the classroom, where a Chromebook isn't a practical solution.
Yes, I could tell you we have used them to take either good slow-mo video, the ones that have like 240 frame per second video. We can use that for analysis, so there is a place for that. That's a more portable camera than even we used to use iPads to do that in physics, and so that's more convenient in that regard. Pictures are definitely, part of several of my classes. I make them take pictures during the lab of what they're referencing, say, in a procedure, and incorporate that in there. It's going to mean more in the scope of writing a lab, for example. So,
with technology becoming more prevalent than ever, its use in schools will continue to be an important topic. This has been Rachel Hale from the North Star. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rachel. In other news, Batavia High School experienced a school-wide lockdown for more than 2 hours as the threat of a shooter had been reported. In actuality, it was a student athlete with what appeared to be a baseball bat sticking out of his backpack.
In state news, this spring, Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a law raising minimum wage to $9.25 beginning January 1st of next year. The amount will gradually increase each year until it reaches $15 by 2025.
On the national scale, Homeland Security has gone through a large reorganization due to, as President Donald Trump says, their inability to curb illegal immigration. Those leaving include Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen and the Director of Secret Service, Randolph Ailes.
Each year, Naperville North students select summer jobs from a variety of options. However, many students do not realize the depth of careers that Naperville has to offer. Jack Tarantino has the story.
Thanks, guys. Summer is right around the corner, and many students at Naperville North will find a job. Often, kids lifeguard at the local pool or serve food at a restaurant. However, Naperville offers a wide variety of careers unknown to many. We talked to some students about how they found their unique summer job.
Greg Schobert, a senior at Naperville North, spends his summers leading a science camp at the Morton Arboretum. He enjoys both the outdoor environment and teaching kids valuable life skills.
My official title is I'm an assistant counselor for the summer science camps. In the summer, there's a bunch of summer camps kind of themed around like science curriculums, teaching like things like geology, about animals, the water cycle.
Greg has worked at the Arboretum for 2 years and thinks it has provided him with important life lessons.
It's taught me a lot about like working with people, because basically the whole point of my job is I'm supposed to be trying to like teach the kids lessons, but also like have fun with them. And so I have to listen to what they want to do too.
Jake Snetic, a senior at Naperville North, works at Ultimate Ninjas, an indoor obstacle course where he trains kids to overcome various challenges. While it may be difficult for every kid to make it through, Jake enjoys helping them reach their goal.
The most challenging part of my job is just working with a lot of different types of kids, because a lot of them have different personalities as well as different skill levels. So you have to be able to adapt and learn to work with all different types of kids, you know, with the really good ones, the people that struggle a little bit more. But like the best part of it is just like working with everyone, and like seeing the smiley face is just great time to work with kids and like really see, you know, them improving and seeing their growth at the obstacles and in their confidence levels.
Jake has worked at Ultimate Ninjas for over a year and suggests other people work there too.
Yes, for sure. I love this job. I think it's a great time, and I love coming to work every day.
Brian Laporte, the college and career counselor at NNHS, believes a student should prioritize having fun at their job over the amount of money they get paid.
Life's too short, and I think that, you know, doing something that you're unhappy with isn't the way to go. You know, it's now that's not to say that you're not always going to be happy with your job. There's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days.
Although the search may be difficult, it's important to understand all of the jobs Naperville has to offer before deciding. This has been Jack Tarantino from the North Star. Back to you guys.
We now go to Katie DeWard with your monthly sports update.
Good morning, Huskies. This is Katie DeWard back with your monthly sports update. The Naperville North girls water polo team has continued their momentum from last year's third state finish into an even hotter 13-0 start of the season. Josh Peach has the story.
Thanks, Katie. One of the most exciting things in sports is when a team unexpectedly gets off to a hot start, and North's girls water polo team has done just that. We had a chance to catch up with senior captain Taylor Wessel and sophomore Anna Tarantino on the 13-0 start and how the team is preparing for the up-and-coming playoffs.
So last year we placed third at state, and that was the highest placement that the girls water polo team at North has ever placed in history. And so I think just winning our sectionals and beating Central for the first time in I think 6 years and going to state and placing that high just gave everyone motivation to do really well this year.
Yeah, so we're in a really hard sectional, but we're practicing for that by going over how the other teams play, and we know a lot of the girls since we played with them in the off season on club teams, so we're going over how they play, like different styles and plays that they do, and we're going to take that and use it to our advantage.
With the playoffs right around the corner, the team will be practicing hard in hopes of making a big playoff run. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Peach. This month we've got a whole slew of sports, so let's dive right in. Boys water polo is currently sitting pretty on a record of 15-6. Over on the stadium turf, boys lacrosse beat Nequa for the first time in 4 years, while simultaneously softball secured a narrow victory against Nazareth Academy. At the Gus Scott Invitational, both track and field teams took home a win. You'll also want to look out for baseball and women's soccer, as both teams have scored some stellar victories. All right, folks, that's all I have for this month. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Katie. And that's all for this month's edition of The Now. Be sure to follow the North Star on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and check out our website at nnhsnorthstar.com. From the North Star, this has been Erica Brandt.
And Drake McIntyre. Have a great day, Huskies, and we'll see you next month.